Bev, if you could just start us off with just your thoughts on this matchup.
Yeah, obviously a top team. Very organized, very creative, very fluid in their attack. Very clear in certain trends of what they're trying to do. Very clear in adjustments to other teams off of certain presses that they're doing, types of builds, this type of stuff. So yeah, I think we're incredibly excited for another opportunity to continue progressing forward. We're incredibly excited to go to Kansas City for our first time, to play a top team and to continue to showcase where we believe we're at and where we believe we can be. So I think for us, it's another challenge for us that we're ready for, another challenge for us that we're excited for. So I think we've been working very diligently about what we will look like in the match and what our expectations are of the match. And so for us, it's just generates excitement.
Questions, guys?
Casey finished at kind of toward the bottom of the league last year, kind of
Yep.
unexpectedly, but
Yep.
have turned things around this year. Is there any thing that you observed about that turnaround, or any lessons that you could take from that turnaround that they've done?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they look so different, don't they? I have a huge amount of respect for Vlatko. I had the opportunity to play for him during my career in this league. And obviously what he's bringing to the group, and their investments that they've made. I think for us, it's going to be obviously like it is any game. It's again, another opportunity for us. That's how we view it. That's how we see it. And again, very excited to showcase the areas that we believe we're getting better in massively. And so again, you talk about last match, I thought against Washington in the second half, the momentum was very much so on our side. So it's continuing to build off of that piece coming into this game away. And again, look to get points on the road.
You're getting to the point of the season, you're 8 matches against
Yes.
or 9. Is that the point at where you start to look at the table and say, well, I've got a whole kind of to climb out of? Or are you worried about that at this point?
No, I don't think you can. It's all about what I'm learning very quickly. It's all about your view on things. It's all about your perception on things. Myself and the staff, we have unique opportunities every single day as a staff to ensure that we frame things so that the perspective is never lost. Okay. In that sense, we also know reality. And I think for us, it's very important that we continue to frame things into a perspective that shows why we believe we're getting better and what are we specifically getting better at and why. And so for us, it's never about staring at that table and understanding, oh, if we do this there and we do that there, you got to take it game by game. Because if you look too far in advance, you're too caught up in the what ifs. We have to handle right now. And reality is we need to continue to improve, continue to assess why we're doing so well in these certain areas. It's fantastic. Keep sharpening those areas. But we have to take it game by game, because if we get too far in advance, it gets our minds in different places they don't need to be.
And the team looks like they're not hanging their heads after some tough losses. Their attitude's right. How important is that going into 2 tough road matches?
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredibly important. For me, it screams belief. They have belief in what we're doing. They have belief in their capabilities, their abilities. They have belief. We all believe we are a championship squad and we need to continue to work. We believe we're a playoff squad. We need to continue to work and ensure that every single day we're improving in those areas to make sure that we continue to make a stamp each game of why we believe that and who we are. And belief is a controllable. For me, that says a lot about this group. They're attempting to control their controllables in every scenario that they can.
Any injury updates you can give us?
Yeah, I mean, obviously KD's been back in and out of sessions from a non-contact perspective. So she's inching closer and closer. Yuka's in non-contact, inching herself closer and closer. Ari obviously had her surgery, and we're very, very hopeful in that process for her to come back. Jalen, we're taking it day by day. Jordy taking it day by day with the back. And for us, it's just continuing to assess where these players are at, open communication for us as a staff, medically, all those pieces, to ensure that we do it healthy. We do a recovery process for everybody and make sure that fits them.
Do you feel like you've seen your best 11, or does that even really matter in how you set up the squad?
Yeah, I think for me, it's sport. Sport's always like, okay, this is maybe the idea you have, and maybe somebody picks up something along the way. As if you have to have belief in the whole group, because opportunities will present themselves and you need the confidence of those players to be able to step in and execute. So for me, it's about the bigger picture and the investment in all of the players to understand what their roles are and what their responsibilities are. So if the opportunity presents itself, they are ready and prepared.
Thank you. Bev.
Awesome. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.